I have a quick question, Dallin.
Oh, go ahead.
So are you recommending then do a couple months of like 500 to 1,000 just testing, and then you go into the 2 to 5K per month after that?
So what I would suggest, and this is just a here's an idea, is this is kind of where I was going to. So this is just I asked Katie beforehand to help me segue right here and ask that question. But this is exactly where I was going. Yep, is basically what you can do is you could do some. And I think you guys might have played around a little bit with boosted posts a little bit, or no?
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah.
On Instagram, but not on Facebook.
Okay, and just like what kind of budget? Like $5 or something like that, $10. Like
I mean, I would run them anywhere between it was like $70 for 10 days or something. I mean, yeah, I was kind of like they were usually under $100 for like 9 days or whatever.
Yeah. So this is what I'd recommend. If you're gonna spend that between that $500 and $1,000 range, I wouldn't hire an agency to do it, just because you're not gonna when just paying agency management for my team to be on it or another company to be on it, it's going to cost. That's going to be more than the $1,000 that you would put towards the spend, right? So yeah, it doesn't make sense at that point. So what you want to do is, if you're going to do that, you might as well just spend $2,000, and on the platform, 1,000 of it is just literally just trash because you don't know what you're doing. You're just going to waste it anyways. Why give it to us when you could put more money into the platform and maybe you figure it out, right? In this mastermind, we can definitely look at some things as well. But one thing I'd recommend is doing a $1 a day strategy. This is just to learn what's going on in your space a little bit, and getting a little bit more familiar with how the ads platform works. So what you would do, and I actually think, Lindsay, I actually did a training on this for Moxie Coach Academy, right? I think I did a $1 a day thing a while back. Maybe I can find that and shoot that over to you guys, because I think I went through it.
I'm pretty sure we did at least a little segment on it somewhere.
Yeah. So basically the premise is that you guys are posting on Instagram and Facebook, right? Every time you post, you would go in and you're going to boost that post at $1 a day for 7 days. So you're going to set a $7 budget per post. Okay. And if you're posting, 30 times a month, so every day, that's only $210. Am I doing that math right? No, I'm not. It would be compounding. So yeah, you'd be probably closer to, so at the end of 7 days, it would reset. So really at any point in time, you could be spending about $7. $7 per day. I'm going to have to do the math on that. My brain is like, what is going on, dude? But basically you're going to compound that. So the first day you'd have, $1 being spent per day. The next day you'd have, you should post the next one. Now you're having $2, and it's going to start to do that, but they'll start dropping off. So there is a little bit of a, on that kind of spectrum there. So what we would be looking at is at the end of these periods of time. So you look at the end of 7 days, or you look at the end of 30 days, and you look back at all of these posts that were done. What you're looking for is if it's spending the exact same amount to the same audience, you should start to see some outliers. Like the ones that let's just say, for example, you do a bunch of different posts and it's more product centric. It's like, here's, meet this Leo, right? Or whatever. And it's like, here's what's going on, and here's why the product's amazing. And maybe your reach gets out to, 200 people over the course of that period of time. And it's like, cool. And let's say that there's a flashback to Dancing with the Stars or something like that. And you use a little bit more of that social, awareness and proof, and Chelsea's on there, or there's a video of you guys, you know, you do a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live, and that's boosted out. And let's say the reach goes to like 700 with the same thing with the budget, right? So you start to see like, whoa, and you're just gonna, what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep like track of the ones that are performing like that over that period of time. And then when you come into like an ad, like, you know, management situation, then what you have is real data that can help you. And again, you can still get purchases from those boosted posts, right? It's just harder and more rare that Facebook will put you in front of that type of audience without the spend on the platform. It's just very much a play that, you know, pay to play type of scenario. But if for whatever reason, one of those posts gets out there enough that it can kind of pick up some virality and just kind of being shared, like it will start to take off. Like, and Lindsay, like you watch your insights and metrics like really, really closely. You just did it's just so random what can take off. What was the one that you sent the other day? That was
I did another one yesterday that after just not like 18 hours, it has like 55,000 views, and most of my videos get like 7,000 to 10,000 views. So just crazy.
Yeah. What was the one? It was just like it was a reel, right? It's just like a 15-second.
Yep. And it was 30 seconds, and it was on using like household items as your weights.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then
So
the one I did yesterday was about the difference between weighing and measuring your food, and like how off they can be. So that one got a lot of views too.
Yeah. So it's kind of like finding those topical, like kind of points like in your content and just testing lots of different stuff out. Lots of video, lots and lots of video. The more you can do with video, the better off you're going to be.
Would suggest that for Facebook ads?
Say that again.
You would suggest doing video for Facebook ads?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Facebook, video for Facebook and for Instagram. Both of those.
So just like you're just talking about posts, like make more of your posts videos than pictures.
Yep. Lives are going to do better.
One thing, sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
One thing that I've been kind of noticing lately, and I hadn't even talked to you about this yet, Dallin, but my engagement was looking pretty low on like a lot of my posts, except for these random ones. And so I was talking to the guys at Transform, and they kind of looked through my posts, and I was using links in almost every post. And we've talked about this before, like Facebook doesn't necessarily like you always linking out of Facebook. Yep. They want you to keep people in Facebook. And so I've kind of switched it up the last week and stopped using like links so much. I'll use them sometimes when it's a direct, like, buy this kind of thing. But before I was using it like all the time. I'd throw up a transformation picture. There's a link. I'd throw up this, a link, this, a link. And I was thinking it'd be better for sales, but if nobody's seeing it because I'm posting too many links, then that's not better, you know?
Yeah. And that's where, like, you know, we've talked about before in this group that, like, you know, using, that's why, like, using Facebook, like Facebook groups and things like that, and building like a community on the platform, because Facebook doesn't mind if you invite them to your group, right? Like, they're going to be a little bit more lenient to that.